should have seen it coming. The way his voice dropped just a little softer when he said her name. The way his laugh seemed easier around her, more real, more open. But still, I kept pretending I didn't notice, because I loved him. And sometimes, when you love someone, you lie to yourself first. Not because you're weak, but because you want so badly for it to be true. He wasn't the first boy I liked, but he was the first boy who made me feel like I mattered. Like I wasn't just another face in the background. I was always the quiet one, the girl who stayed after class to ask questions, who wore oversized sweaters and carried too many books. Invisible to most, but not to him. We met during orientation week. He cracked a joke while we stood in line for coffee, and I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it felt safe. He had this calm energy, like nothing could shake him. And when he looked at me, it felt like, for once, I wasn't being overlooked. We started texting after that. Late nights, random memes, deep conversations at 2 a.m. I told him things I hadn't said out loud before. He said my voice made everything feel quieter inside his head. He said I was the only person he didn't have to pretend around. And I started to believe, maybe, just maybe, this was it. The beginning of something real. We weren't dating, but it felt like we were. He'd walk me back to my dorm, hold the door open, share songs and poems. He even remembered the exact day I had a panic attack and brought me my favorite drink the next morning. He saw me, and I thought he chose me. Then, my sister came to visit. She's beautiful, and I don't mean that in a bitter way. It's just a fact. She's got this glow, the kind that makes people turn their heads. She doesn't mean to take up space, but she does. Every room feels smaller when she's in it. I was excited for them to meet. Nervous, but excited. Because I thought, if he really liked me, then seeing where I come from, meeting her, wouldn't change anything. But something shifted. I saw it immediately. How his eyes lingered just a little longer when she spoke. How he leaned in, asked her questions he never asked me. I sat there, smiling, pretending I didn't feel my heart quietly folding in on itself. One night, I couldn't sleep. I got up to get water. As I passed the kitchen, I heard their voices. Soft, laughing. They were on the balcony, alone. Not touching, not whispering, but the way he looked at her, it shattered me. Because he had never, not once, looked at me like that. Not with that kind of softness, that kind of awe. I stood there, barefoot, on the cold tile, holding a glass I never filled, and something inside me broke quietly. I didn't say anything, didn't accuse. I just faded. The next day, I smiled like usual, laughed at his jokes. But something had changed, and he didn't notice. That was the part that hurt the most. Not that he liked her, but that I was already disappearing, and he didn't see it. I stopped texting first. He stopped asking. No texts, no calls, just silence. We drifted apart like strangers in slow motion. No goodbye, just nothing. But now, I no longer wait to be chosen. I no longer convince myself that love should feel like holding your breath. I deserve someone who looks at me like I'm the only one in the room. Until then, I choose myself every single day because I would rather be alone than ever again be almost loved.